From simp to pimp, you have to have that pimp mentality. If you want to move away from the simp mentality, you have to embrace a pimp mentality. Move away from the simp mentality and into the pimp mentality. Yeah, man. It's your boy once again, Alfred, and as you heard the topic, it's all about moving away from that sort of simp mentality into the pimp mentality. Now, before we go on, man, let's get things straight, because I know there are people out there who are moral police. It'll all be about promoting pimp culture and all that, which is far from the truth. Get things straight, right? When I talk about a pimp, right, or pimp mentality, right, I'm basically talking about men, right? I'm extracting some lessons from pimps, right? It's just like how as men were growing up, right, watching movies and stuff like that, especially mafia movies. You're gonna get something from the mafia, but do you really want to be a mafia, right? Some principles, some just some different lessons you're going to learn from mafia, right, or any other sort of syndicate, that is, right? But that does not mean that just cause you love mafia movies or you are actually trying to emulate mafias, you want to be a mafia, right? It's just that there's some certain things that probably you would use in your life that a lot of these mafia movies have, right? Whether it's gangster movies or anything like that, right? So it's the same thing, same principle, right, that I am drawing from pimps, right? Now, one thing about pimps is that one thing at least you can take away, I'm going to give this out early, is that pimps are never emotionally attached. That's why they can get away with actually controlling women, their women, right? Now, however you put them, whether they call them hoes or not, that's their own thing. But let's just walk with it here, right? Pimps are never attached. They're not attached to their women. They're all about the money, right? That's why they slap them. They give them that pimp slap, you know. But the matter of fact is that pimps are good at controlling their subjects, their women, because they're never attached to them, right? So that's one lesson you can draw from pimps. Now, if you want to move away, especially if your whole purpose is to move away from simping, right? Trust me, this is something that I've experienced, right? A certain period of time, we were all simps, right? Because that's how we were programmed, or that's how we grew up, right? But things change as you grow. You realize that simping is never beneficial for you. To never be, can't be simping, right? That's why I'm taking out these videos most of the times. So back to our subject at hand. Now, moving away from the simp, right, to pimp, that is. One thing about the simp is that they're always attached to women. Their whole being is attached to women. This is why they're called simps, because women can easily control them, right? Once you're attached to a woman, or anything of that matter, but in this case a woman, she'll easily control you. She has that ability because she knows that you are emotional, especially emotionally attached. Why? Because as a simp, what you're going to do is you're going to over-invest in the woman you like, or women, basically. Oh, there's that woman you like. You're going to over-invest, you know. Now, that over-investment may be time, it may be money, resources, it may be your energy. Now, no matter what it is, right, you feel a type of way when that woman or those women, those chiquitas, do not reciprocate. or they do not give you as much energy as you want them to. Now, one thing you should know is that, especially if you're a simp or just a man who keeps on simping or have simping ways, you have to realize one thing is that women do not owe you anything at all. No one does in this earth. Just because you decide to give women your energy or your money and that she does not reciprocate or she does not give you as much energy as you want her to, you cannot blame her because you're the one who's giving her that. And that's why I see a lot of simps, that is, go crazy and mad and psychologically fucked up because they have so much expectations, and when that does not yield, those expectations do not yield what they want or what they think in their head should be, right? That's when they psychologically go haywire. Now, you won't find this with pimps, because pimps know the game. They know that overinvesting on women, right, means they cannot now really control them. Why? Because if you're overinvesting or you're overinvesting on women, right, you're putting them in a pedestal. Now that will tend to subconsciously tell them that you put them higher, on a high value, right? They're higher value than you are. Now, this is not about being a high value man or whatever, but in anyone's eyes, right, if you're going to put them in a pedestal, it means that you are below them and they are higher than you. And guess what? Naturally, if you're going to put someone above you, he or she will assume control. That's natural, because you are below that person. So this is what happens to simps. The thing is, simps will now either use emotions or money or finances or their energy to try and control the narrative, right? But the thing is, you've already put someone in a pedestal. They're above you, right? Now, at first it might work, right? The money thing, the finances. Why? Because the woman is benefiting, right? But as nature goes, women can change their mind anytime. That's how it is. She like you for your money. She may even like you for your energy and shit like that. But however, as time goes, something better may come, right? Hence hypergamy and all that stuff, right? So your money and your energy and your time may not mean shit to her sooner or later, right? But the thing is, with pimps, they know this, so they're always in control. It's a game, right? That's why pimp itself is a game. It's a tough game, right? Because the main difference with pimps is that with pimps, they make money, and they also, so they sort of, or they have a buffer because they make money, so they're able to actually protect or provide. Albeit is that the chick themselves go out there and get the money, but still the pimp has to take care of them, right? By giving them some sort of shelter or whatever, right? Or the money, or half the money, or whatever it is, right? So you can learn that don't be emotionally invested in anyone. Do not. A lot of the time, it's human nature to change things, to change narratives, and want a better advantage of a situation. Now, this is where simps tend to now get things twisted and all that, because they continue thinking that just because they're giving the chick money, then she has to behave, she's obliged to behave and stuff like that. No, it doesn't go that way. In real life, people will behave the way they do. People will like you, people will hate you, especially women. Why? Because they're not obliged. They're not. It's not written in stone that because you're giving or providing, for that matter, other women with whatever, they'll be in a straight line, or they'll do your bidding. No, they won't. Otherwise, we wouldn't be seeing people like Bill Gates, who are billionaires, divorcing. Elon Musk and all those guys, Jeff Bezos, right, divorcing, right? People being cheated on. We wouldn't be seeing that if that was the case. So, moving from that, that's one thing you can at least do or learn from the pimp. Don't be emotionally involved. Rather, don't be emotionally invested. Right? Of course, we all have emotions. All as men, women have emotions. But it's too dangerous for a man to invest in a woman and be overly emotional about her, because that will almost always backfire, right? That's one thing about we can learn from the pimp. So moving, it's a mentality basically, right? It's a mentality that a majority of men are in, right? We find ourselves that we keep on simping. We're always simping because that's how we grew up. So we saw parents and probably masculine, what we thought were masculine figures, simp, right? We listen to the R&Bs, simping, those simping ballads and all that. That's what we've been listening to. The movies, Hollywood is very notorious for this. They create simping ways, right? All these simp movies, right? The nice guy getting the pretty chick. That's just a fucking simp movie. You've always seen the same. It's just the same thing recycled over and over, right? Nice guys really do not get the chick in real life, right? Now, however you put it, nice guy, whatever, it does not matter. But the truth is, if you're emotionally involved, you do not really get to really see or get the true nature of how women are. You're too emotionally involved. Now, does this mean that you have to be cold? Well, you have to find that. You have to find your own demeanor and how to sort of interact with women. No one is really going to teach you that. It's something of that you have to go out there and do it on your own. And it might take time, it might take years, because it's a strategy, it's game, right? Now, what you can do, the best thing you can do with the internet is observe and absorb everything that you can, right? From whatever that resonates with you and you think that you can do, whether it's from game, whether it's from the red pill, whether it's from semen retention, whether it's a body game, you just take every single thing, take everything, right? And then take what would work for you. That's it. You have to create something that will actually work for you. Because I remember people are now dissing the red pill. I know there are people who are against the red pill and shit like that. But it got me through some stuff. For me, I don't really listen much to red pill content right now because I think it's oversaturated and something that's been done, right? Maybe the only people are still listening from the red pill. People are listening to the red pill, right? Other OGs, right? Rational Male, Rolo, right? They still kind of listen to him, but it's also just the same old thing, repetitive stuff, right? It's just a reminder. But I've come to a place where I'm now creating my own strategy, my own game. You have to, whatever you do, you have to come up with your own strategy, right? It's just like you go to college, right? You go to university, right? You're gonna read all these books on business, right? You're gonna learn business, right? You're going to learn business, right? Whether it's whatever, you're taking a degree in business. But at the end of the day, you have to come up with your own business strategies. You may take some business strategies from Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, right? Combine those, but at the end of the day, you cannot really emulate the very same thing. You can't be Steve Jobs. You cannot be Jeff Bezos, for example, right? You cannot be them, but you can only be you. So it means you have to have your own strategy. How do you interact with women? How do you interact with society at large? how do you interact with certain type of women? How do you interact with certain type of women who come from a certain class? Classes also play a crucial role, a very much crucial role rather, in how you interact with people, especially women. What kind of chicks or women do you want to like really interact with, right? The lower class, middle class. You have to put all those things in consideration, because at the end of the day, you will find yourself in a very vicious cycle if you don't actually know what type of women you want to attract. So you have to play the game. It's a long strategy game. Strategy is usually a long game. You know, you have put in the work, go out there, interact, go out there, network, do things. You know, always be doing things. You can't just be sitting around in your laptop or in your phone just listening to influencers or to YouTube influencers and stuff like that. You know, that's just theory. That's just like sitting in your class and just taking notes. That's it, and not going out there and doing practical things. Unfortunately, if you want to move from simp to pimp, it's a lot of practicality. You have to go out there and start interacting with the kind of people you want to interact or have to interact with. There's no way around that. No matter how many videos you watch 100,000 videos, that won't help. If you cannot actually interact with this and actually attract this kind of people you want. And it's a holistic thing. People have to understand that it doesn't just stop at you being going from simp to pimp and just trying to attract women. No. What kind of person are you becoming? That's also very crucial, right? What kind of person are you creating? What kind of life are you creating, right? So moving from simp to pimp is not easy. Yeah, so to wrap up, right? Just to wrap up, always remember, man, move away from simping. Always trying to be macking. Yeah, that's one of the mantras, right? Always be macking, never simping, right? Have that pimp mentality, right? Don't be emotionally involved. Rather, don't be emotionally attached to anyone, that is, right? Any chick, especially women, right? Put your purpose first. Listen, women are just a side dish. Your purpose will always be the main dish. Women come and go, but your purpose has to be there, always. So if you're going to ditch your purpose and then focus on women, what you're doing, you're investing more on them or anything that's taking you away from your purpose, right? Get to know what your purpose is. Now, like I said, man, there's no problem with mingling. You have to be on your game almost always, but that should not actually distract you and take you away from your main cause, your main dish. That's your purpose, right? So that's what you're supposed to be married to, your purpose, and not just be playing around and messing around with chicks, right? That when you know you have not made any foundation or any base with, or you're not aligned with your purpose. So with that said, man, I hope that was helpful. And I also hope that you got something from this. Till next time, it's been your boy Alfred. And remember, brick by brick, Rome was never built in one day. Move away from simping and into pimping. Peace.